Have you ever wondered how psychology influences our daily lives? It's an intriguing question, isn't it? Today, we delve into the intricate world of psychology, revealing 19 psychological tricks that can have a significant impact on our interactions and experiences. First on the list is the Benjamin Franklin Effect, named after the famous statesman who observed that a person who has done someone a favor is more likely to do that person another favor than they would be if they had received a favor from that person. It's a fascinating illustration of how our actions can shape our attitudes. Secondly, we have the Pratfall Effect. This psychological phenomenon suggests that competent people appear more likable and attractive when they make a mistake. It makes them seem more human and relatable. Thirdly, there's the Pygmalion Effect, a powerful testament to the influence of expectations. It shows that higher expectations lead to an increase in performance. Next, we talk about the Bystander Effect. It's a social psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to offer help to a victim when other people are present. Then we have the Dunning-Kruger Effect. This cognitive bias leads people with low ability at a task to overestimate their ability. Sixth on our list is the halo effect. This bias is where we take one positive attribute of a person and associate it with all their other attributes. Seventh is the door-in-the-face technique. It's a strategy for gaining compliance by making a large request that the respondent will most likely turn down, then following with a more moderate request. The eighth trick is the foot-in-the-door technique. This trick involves getting a person to agree to a large request by first setting them up by having them agree to a modest request. Ninth, we have the placebo effect. This psychological phenomenon shows that an individual's expectations and beliefs can influence their physical health. The 10th psychological trick is the Zeigarnik Effect. It suggests that people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed tasks. Coming in at 11, we have the mere exposure effect. This psychological phenomenon suggests that people tend to develop a preference for things merely because they are familiar with them. 12th is the sunk cost fallacy. This bias leads us to continue a behavior or endeavor as a result of previously invested resources. 13th, we have the anchoring bias. This bias describes the common human tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information encountered. 14th, we present the self-serving bias. It's a common tendency for individuals to blame external forces when bad things happen, and give themselves credit when good things happen. Next, we have the spotlight effect. This psychological phenomenon leads us to think that other people are paying more attention to our appearance and behavior than they really are. The 16th trick is the bandwagon effect. This psychological phenomenon refers to the tendency of people to adopt certain behaviors, styles, or attitudes simply because others are doing so. 17th, we discuss the recency illusion. This is the belief that things you have noticed recently are in fact increasing in frequency. 18th, we talk about the clustering illusion. This is the tendency to erroneously consider the inevitable streaks or clusters arising in small samples from random distributions to be non-random. Lastly, we have the scarcity principle. This psychological principle suggests that things are more attractive when their availability is limited, or when we stand to lose the opportunity to acquire them on favorable terms. In summary, these 19 psychological tricks showcase the diverse ways in which our minds interpret and respond to the world around us. From the Benjamin Franklin effect to the scarcity principle, each of these concepts offers unique insights into human behavior and cognition. Understanding them not only enriches our knowledge of psychology, but also equips us with practical tools for navigating our daily interpersonal interactions and experiences.